guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Weekly Reads, where I talk about the books that I read in the past week and the ones that I'm reading currently. The reason I am actually filming this, because I was not supposed to be filming Weekly Reads this week, but the real reason I'm filming this is simply because I had a great reading week. Now, because of the move, I have been reading a lot of audiobooks, and my whole reading that's taking place right now is majorly via audiobooks, because I have a lot of books packed up, or if I get time, I go to my Kindle to read an ebook. But the thing is that because of that, I've been finishing great books of recent, and I've only finished one physical book in the past week. Actually, if you see that, I've only finished one physical book this month. The rest are like ebooks or audiobooks. So let's start with the books that are in the past week. The first book that I rated 5 stars and I really loved was The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Now, when you cross a certain age of your life, you kind of come to this crossroads, and when you're asking yourself, what if I did that, what if I did this? And this is what the book is about. It talks about Nora Said, who commits suicide, but after she commits suicide, she dies, and she goes to the Midnight Library, where she can see a reflection of her life and the way she's lived her life, and also see what she's missed out in the life. And it's a great read, because a lot of times, like I said, we have these questions: what if I did this, what if I did that? And that kind of resonated with me a lot, because I do think about these questions, being the overthinker I am. And this book was very therapeutic for me. If you are someone who's older, has had quite a few regrets, or is an overthinker in general about life, then you are going to eventually love this book. And I think the best part about the book is that it tries to be self-help non-fiction without being self-help non-fiction. And I hate self-help non-fiction, but it's a nice book, worth the read. Go ahead, read it. If you like these type of books which are based on self-reflection. So that's that. The next book that I finished on 14th was Hunger by Roxane Gay. So basically, I'm reading this as a part of a book club, and this is one of my favorite non-fiction reads of this year. The book talks about obesity and how fat people are viewed in the society, and it comes from the author's own experience. It talks about weight, the way fat people, are expected to lose weight in a certain way, and things like that. And it's a great thing, right? It's there are a lot of trigger warnings in the book for sure, so be sure to check it out before getting into it. But it is a very powerful read, and especially I listened to the audiobook narrated by the author herself, and I just felt like I need to read more of Roxane Gay. So that's that. And the final book that I finished, and I just finished this on Monday, and that is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Chef's kiss. This book is like chef's kiss. Okay, the thing is that it's just a it's a very simple story. It's a very simple plot line, right? There is a band called Daisy Jones and the Six, and it's their memoir. It's a fictional band, by the way, so it's their memoir. And the audiobook has been narrated by a cast of 5 to 6 people, so every band member has their own voice. And it talks about a lot of the start of the band, the struggles they went through, the wild 70s, everything. And then it's kind of talking about a lot of other things as well, including emotions, including love, including that kind of conflicted feeling based on your roots, where you come from, and things like that. So overall, it was an emotional treat. The story is simple, like I said, the plot line is very simple, but when you listen to it on audio, those emotions just come out. And this is easily a 4-star read. I rated it 4.8 stars actually, because I was crying at the end of it. But it's a beautiful memoir of a fictional band. I mean, it really feels like this band is not fictional at all, and this band actually played in the 70s. So yeah, that's that. So a great book. I highly recommend this, only in audio format. And yeah, okay, cool. I'm not going to be raving about it anymore. Okay, so let's get to the books that I'm reading currently, because I'm kind of reading a new set of books except for one. The first book that I'm reading currently is Detransition Baby by Tori Powers. This is one of the books from the Women's Prize long list, and it talks about these two trans women, and one trans woman is called Reese and the other trans woman is called Amy. And that's it. I'm not going to tell you anything else. It's a great book. It's also, by the way, I didn't know this, but this is the first time that a trans woman has been nominated for the Women's Prize for Fiction, and that's like an amazing feat. You know, I think that's very commendable that the Bernadine Evaristo headed jury actually like shortlisted a trans woman, while we have a lot of authors who are anti-trans or who don't consider trans women to be women. Okay, cool. So the next book that I'm reading currently is Interior Chinatown by Charles Yu, which won the National Book Award in 2020. And this book, so this book is being read on audio, and I'm reading an ebook of Detransition Baby. So the thing is that with Charles Yu and Interior Chinatown, it kind of gives you a glimpse of the Chinese origin or Chinese immigrants in the US, and it talks about like how Asian men are generally in Hollywood. I'm not sure if like it's a great audiobook or not, because I'm not like well into it. I'm done with 30% of the audiobook, but it's a short read and a short audiobook. That's what I felt like from listening to it. The thing is, it just reminds me of those old Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan movies that you watch, like those old Cantonese movies that used to come during the 90s. It's very interesting because here we have an Asian man where, in an industry which is pretty much dominated by white people, but then the way the story flows is regarding how Asian men would just be Asian men. You get me? So I think it's a very Western concept, and it's like interesting to see Chinese culture in America and the way they are thriving in these Chinatowns and things like that. So I'm not sure if I want to recommend it yet, but I like it so far. So that's all I'm going to say. And the next book that I'm reading, and I'm kind of like moving a bit slow with it. Unfortunately, I'm done with like the first part, book one. This is again a group read. It's Wizard of the Crow by Ngugi. I keep forgetting the author's name. I'm sorry. So basically, this is a political satire, and it talks about like this political situation in Kenya, and how like people are navigating through it, and they have these crazy beliefs. And book one basically talks about, like, it gives you a foundation of the fictional country, but the fictional country is actually Kenya. And then like in book two, you get to see the plot apparently. So I'm going to be starting the book second part of the book pretty soon. And the final book that I just started like yesterday, and that is Piranesi by Susanna Clark. I started this on audio because I have the audiobook on Audible, and again, moving, packing cannot like accommodate physical books for now. It's I mean, it's too early to say if it's a good audiobook or not, but let me tell you, the first chapter itself is very interesting because I'm trying to understand the fictional world. I'm trying to understand what this whole thing is about, and I'm trying to like wrap my head around it. But yeah, I like it. It's nice so far, but I'm not sure if this would be like a great audiobook or not. So that's that. So yes, that's it. We are like almost about 9.5 minutes down. This is it. This is my last weekly reads with this background. Next week it's going to be a different background, or next week I may not have a weekly reads. Let's see. But yes, thank you so much for watching this video. I thank you for all the support, and if you want to like catch up with my Sundays video, you know that it's the women's prize, women's prize in fiction 2021, like that. I just discussed the long list there, and I'm in the process of getting to the books in the long list, and I'm already reading 2 books from the long list that I've not read. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my Sunday upload. Bye.